Welcome to Demolition Worker. Today, we witness the final moments of a legendary Los Angeles-class nuclear attack submarine dismantling process. This massive black hull stretches over 100 meters, resting silently inside the enormous dry dock of the historic naval shipyard. For decades, this incredible machine prowled the deep oceans, serving as a silent assassin during countless highly classified underwater military operations. The mighty ocean predator has finally completed its ultimate mission, waiting patiently for the complex deconstruction process to officially begin. Engineering crews meticulously inspect the entire exterior surface, planning every single cut to ensure maximum safety throughout this highly dangerous operation. Huge industrial scaffolding structures are rapidly erected around the submarine, allowing the skilled demolition workers to access every part safely today. The contrast between the gigantic steel Leviathan and the tiny human workers creates an atmosphere filled with absolute power and mystery. First, the team must carefully remove the specialized anechoic tiles, which are thick rubber coatings designed to absorb enemy sonar waves. Workers utilize high-pressure water jets and specialized scraping tools to peel away the stubborn rubber layers from the metal hull. Each thick rubber tile falls heavily to the concrete floor below, slowly revealing the incredibly strong military-grade steel underneath them. This exposed surface is made of legendary HY80 steel, engineered specifically to withstand crushing pressures at extreme deep ocean depths. Heavy machinery moves in to collect the discarded rubber material, clearing the workspace for the heavy cutting operations that will follow. Sparks fly brightly as industrial plasma torches begin slicing through the extremely tough exterior hull, breaking the perfect cylindrical steel shape. These highly skilled torch operators wear heavy protective gear, shielding themselves from the intense heat and blinding light of the flames. Massive overhead crane slowly lowers its heavy steel hook, preparing to lift the first severed section of the submarine hull. The thick metal plate groans loudly as it separates from the main body, revealing the incredibly complex internal structure hidden inside. Miles of intricate electrical wiring and hydraulic pipes are now completely exposed to the bright daylight for the very first time. Specialized technicians carefully enter the dark exposed compartments, systematically disconnecting delicate electronic systems before the heavy demolition equipment can safely proceed. The iconic sail of the submarine, once cutting proudly through ocean waves, is now being rigged with thick, heavy steel cables. Workers slice through the base of the massive sail structure, sending showers of bright orange sparks cascading down the black hull. With a powerful mechanical groan, the giant crane effortlessly lifts the entire sail assembly high into the clear blue morning sky. The removal of the sail drastically changes the submarine profile, making it look like a strange metallic whale stranded on land. Now, the demolition team focuses their attention on the forward torpedo room, a space once packed with highly advanced explosive weapons. Heavy hydraulic shears easily bite through the thick steel framing, crushing the metal pipes and bulkheads with terrifying and absolute power. Inside the control room, the once glowing navigation consoles and sonar displays are systematically ripped out by the determined salvage crews. These advanced electronic components are carefully sorted for secure disposal, ensuring that no sensitive military technology falls into the wrong hands. The periscope tubes, which once served as the only visual connection to the surface world, are extracted like long metallic spears. Down in the crew quarters, the extremely tight living spaces are dismantled, erasing the memories of sailors who lived here for months. Aluminum bunk beds and small storage lockers are tossed into massive recycling bins, becoming nothing more than ordinary scrap metal pieces. The galley, where thousands of warm meals were prepared deep underwater, is quickly stripped bare by the relentless industrial demolition machines. Giant industrial ventilation fans are pulled from the ceiling, leaving gaping holes that expose the complex double-hull architecture of the submarine. As the interior is emptied, the true massive scale of the empty steel cylinder becomes incredibly apparent to everyone standing nearby. The next phase involves cutting the main pressure hull into several enormous circular sections, requiring absolute precision and heavy industrial machinery. Massive automated cutting tracks are securely mounted around the circumference of the submarine body, guiding the powerful torches with flawless accuracy. The mechanized torches slowly crawl around the thick metal belly, leaving a glowing red line of molten steel in their wake. Thick plumes of gray smoke rise steadily into the air as the superheated metal is continuously vaporized by the intense plasma flames. Water hoses are constantly sprayed onto the surrounding metal surfaces, preventing the extreme heat from dangerously spreading to other sensitive areas. With a deafening metallic crack, the first massive cylindrical section of the submarine finally breaks completely from the main hull. Giant multi-wheeled transport crawlers carefully position themselves directly underneath the newly severed section, preparing to carry the enormous weight away. These specialized vehicles slowly lift the 100-ton steel ring, driving it smoothly across the concrete yard toward the final processing area. The transport process is incredibly slow and methodical, ensuring that the massive unbalanced load remains perfectly stable during the entire short journey. Back at the dry dock, the cutting teams have already begun slicing into the next large section of the remaining submarine body. Powerful hydraulic shears return to action, snapping thick steel reinforcement beams as easily as if they were fragile wooden matchsticks. Huge chunks of twisted metal crash violently into the scrap bins, creating a deafening symphony of heavy industrial destruction and recycling. Workers sort the valuable copper wiring and brass fittings from the standard steel scrap, maximizing the recycling value of this dismantled beast. The enormous propeller, designed for ultimate silence and incredible speed underwater, is carefully unbolted from the rear drive shaft of the vessel. For many years, the exact shape of this advanced propeller was a closely guarded military secret, hidden from all unauthorized civilian eyes. Now the heavy brass blades are lifted away by the crane, destined to be melted down and forged into entirely new materials. The aft section of the submarine, containing the complex steering mechanisms and dive planes, is ruthlessly torn apart by the giant excavators. Hydraulic fluid leaks from severed hoses, carefully collected by environmental safety teams to prevent any toxic contamination of the shipyard ground below. Only the central hull remains in the dock, a hollow metal tube stripped of all its former glory and military purpose. The demolition crew brings in specialized heavy shredding equipment to process the smaller scrap metal pieces generated during the initial dismantling phase. Massive rotating steel teeth aggressively chew through the metal fragments, reducing recognizable submarine parts into small, jagged chunks of raw industrial material. A powerful industrial electromagnet attached to an excavator swings over the scrap pile, effortlessly lifting tons of processed steel into waiting trucks. These heavily loaded dump trucks roar to life, transporting the legendary submarine steel to recycling foundries located far away from the shipyard. Inside the remote foundry, the scrap metal is dumped directly into a massive blazing furnace, reaching temperatures over 2,000 degrees Celsius. The incredibly strong HY80 steel melts down completely, losing its formidable military shape to become glowing rivers of pure liquid metal. This molten steel is then carefully poured into large casting molds, ready to begin a completely new life as civilian construction materials. Back at the shipyard, the final massive section of the submarine pressure hull is currently being rigged for the ultimate lifting operation. Two gigantic heavy lift cranes coordinate their movements flawlessly, raising the last huge steel cylinder smoothly away from the concrete dry dock. The massive space inside the dry dock is finally empty, revealing the true immense scale of the facility without the giant submarine. Workers begin the tedious process of cleaning the concrete floor, sweeping away fine metal dust and collecting the last remaining small debris. High-pressure water hoses aggressively wash down the entire dry dock, ensuring no hazardous materials are left behind after the massive demolition. The massive steel scaffolding structures that once surrounded the mighty vessel are rapidly disassembled, piece by piece, by the highly efficient crew. Forklifts zip across the busy yard, transporting stacks of scaffolding pipes and wooden planks back into the large equipment storage warehouses nearby. In another specialized secure facility, the highly classified acoustic rubber tiles are processed using advanced shredding technology to ensure complete material destruction. The shredded rubber material is carefully mixed with specialized binding agents, preparing it to be recycled into durable surfacing for local playgrounds. It is truly fascinating to see how materials originally designed for deadly underwater warfare can eventually be transformed to serve peaceful purposes. The intricate sonar domes made from advanced composite materials require entirely different recycling methods compared to the standard steel and rubber components. Specialized industrial crushers break down these tough composite panels, separating fiberglass layers from the internal structural resins using intense mechanical crushing force. The crushed fiberglass dust is securely bagged and transported to specialized manufacturing plants where it will reinforce new commercial concrete building structures. Every single piece of the legendary Los Angeles-class submarine has now been successfully dismantled, processed, and shipped away from the shipyard. The highly experienced demolition crew gathers together near the empty dry dock, taking a moment to reflect on their monumental industrial achievement. Dismantling a nuclear-powered attack submarine requires incredible skill, immense patience, and an absolute dedication to maintaining the highest possible safety standards. The project manager proudly reviews the final documentation, confirming that thousands of tons of legendary military steel were safely and efficiently recycled. This incredibly complex operation ensures that valuable raw materials are recovered, significantly reducing the environmental impact of producing new heavy industrial steel. The empty dry dock is now slowly flooded with dark ocean water, preparing the massive facility to welcome its next maritime visitor. Huge steel gates open wide, allowing the cold seawater to rush inside and completely submerge the previously dry concrete working floor. As the water level rises steadily, the last traces of the mighty ocean assassin are washed away into the deep blue sea. The legacy of this incredible machine lives on, not in the ocean depths, but in the newly forged steel of modern buildings. The dedication of these brave demolition workers highlights the hidden industrial processes that quietly sustain our modern world through continuous material recycling. Every spark, every cut, and every heavy lift represents the perfect intersection of raw human labor and highly advanced heavy industrial machinery. As the sun begins to set over the busy naval shipyard, the tired but satisfied crew finally packs up their heavy equipment. Massive dockyard cranes stand silently against the glowing orange sky, waiting patiently for the next massive engineering challenge to arrive tomorrow. Today, we have witnessed the dramatic final chapter of a legendary naval vessel completely deconstructed and recycled by true masters of demolition. The transformation from a deadly weapon of war into useful everyday materials proves the incredible efficiency of modern industrial metal recycling processes. We hope you enjoyed this fascinating inside look at the incredible scale and intense labor required to dismantle a nuclear attack submarine. Dedicated team will continue bringing you the most extreme and visually stunning industrial demolition projects from all around the entire world. Please remember to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more amazing content featuring massive machines and extreme engineering feats. Thank you so much for watching Demolition Worker today. Stay safe, keep building, and we will see you in the next episode.